Persuasion is extremely powerful. Let's give it up for him, ladies and gentlemen. Well done.
Well, we hope you enjoyed this edition of Masters of Illusion. I know I did. Be sure to join us next time. Till then, I'm Dean Cain. Good night.
Watch The Chosen this Sunday at 8/7 Central on the CW.
Now at 10, a government shutdown's been averted for now. We've got details on this late deal and why the showdown in Congress is not over.
Plus, a battle over zero bail. A dozen cities fight back against a policy that critics fear could lead to an increase in crime in LA County.
And we take you outside, a live look at downtown. You can see some of the clouds there from that storm that brought us colder temperatures and rain to the region. But how long is it going to last? We'll find out now on the news at 10. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the News at 10. I'm Rick Chambers.
And I'm Corrine Winter. We begin with breaking news. Late tonight, President Biden signed a short-term measure that keeps the government from shutting down.
After months of negotiations and with just hours to spare, Congress passed this funding plan this evening, but big problems still remain. Carlos Aceto joining us live in studio tonight. He's got details on that. Carlos?
Good evening. Crisis averted at the very last minute. Congress voting to avoid going dark. The bipartisan measure keeps the government running for the next 6 weeks. Not everyone is happy with the compromise. A key sticking point left out, aid to Ukraine.
The bill is passed.
With just a few hours to spare before the midnight deadline, the Senate approved a last-minute House resolution Saturday night, keeping the government open for 45 days.
There will be no government shutdown.
The clearest path forward has been to pass a straightforward.
Get paid. The funding bill increases disaster assistance by $16 billion, meeting President Biden's request, but it does not provide aid to Ukraine. While President Biden celebrated the 11th hour vote, penning his signature on the measure, he was critical of what was missing, saying in a statement, quote, "We cannot under any circumstances allow American support for Ukraine to be interrupted." The bipartisan deal put Speaker McCarthy on tenuous grounds within his own party.
The fact that we're reverting to the normal muscle memory of Washington to pass a continuing resolution is certainly disappointing.
Is his speakership on the line?
I would say it's on some tenuous ground.
Political commentator Jessica Levinson.
I think House Speaker Kevin McCarthy's position is potentially at risk now. So members of the right wing of his caucus had said if he joins with Democrats to help pass this budget, then they will try and vote him out. He has joined with Democrats to help pass this budget. And what we've heard so far today is them saying, well, we'll look at this. I'm very disappointed with him. And the question is whether or not they will try and oust him from his position as Speaker.
So the government will stay open through November 17th, but in 6 weeks from now, there could be another shutdown showdown. Carlos Salcedo, KTLA 5 News.
Carlos, thank you. A military jet carrying the body of Senator Dianne Feinstein arrived in California this evening. And on board the flight for the journey home, Feinstein's daughter, her chief of staff, as well as her longtime friend and colleague, Congresswoman Nancy Pelosi. The flight landed at San Francisco International Airport. This was around 6 o'clock. The arrival was followed by a procession through the city. The long-serving senator and political trailblazer died early Friday at her home in Washington, D.C. She was 90 years old.
In other news, Gavin Newsom, the governor, has vetoed a bill that would have given workers on strike unemployment benefits. The governor said that he supports and he respects the workers who fight for their rights, but he says expanding unemployment insurance would create cost overruns into the billions of dollars. California lawmakers passed that measure while Hollywood's writers were on strike. Only 2 other states in the country, though, allow striking workers to collect unemployment benefits. That's New York and New Jersey.
A big scene today. Hundreds of people took to the street.